It's the Bears and the reigning NFC champs. Coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is...
Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great...
And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now. Here's Dunbar. Gets by him at the 25. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first down, Wilson. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here 1st and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game. But they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
On the run, Dunbar. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Now it's Wilson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Their 2nd drive here in the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bears now ready to take over again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. This offense on third down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Down to about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, Hilton, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 46 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. Taken right on the 30. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one good for 26 and a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Jameson Williams.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns so far.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point up and good by Garibay.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Bears going to get one more possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's right.
A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jameson Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession.
Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Hilton, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? It looks like they're ready to go.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a throw here to his running back. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play there for Detroit. 58 yards.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
They'll run on first down. Hilton, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal?
They'll try again, and this time he'll score. Touchdown, Lions. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They'll run again here with Dunbar. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Wilson's throw taken in by Watkins here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And the catch made by Hilton. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They're going to look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. It almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. Give him 18 on the play. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff up the middle. Hilton to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Garibay on to attempt the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A 10-play drive that time. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And they have made this look easy. Now, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one taken in by Lastly. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That'll be caught by Rodgers.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
12 touchdowns for the rookie during the regular season, and now he has his first here in the playoffs.
And we know the guys on the other side of the field were hoping that he would be intimidated by playing in the postseason, but they could just let that go because he's as confident as they come. And I know that he believes that that's the first of many playoff touchdowns that he's going to have as his career progresses.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands.